Drinks, International Women's Day 2023. Scene 1, take 1. I'm so happy to be able to share with you some of the initiatives that have been put in place by some of our member organisations to improve gender equity in the workplace. The Drinks Association remains committed to supporting the Australian drinks industry, to making it stronger and to advancing it as a career destination of choice. Our Diversity and Inclusion Council, the Embrace Difference Council, is just one of the ways in which we do that. The Council promotes equity, diversity and inclusivity and is able to achieve so much thanks to the professionals from the Australian drinks industry who volunteer their time freely to help make the industry a better place to work.
Well, the drinks industry has come a long way over the past 5 years, and you're about to hear how some of the Drinks Association's member companies are improving gender equity in their workplaces in a very practical, concrete and measurable way. From pay equity to professional development programs, these businesses are moving the dial.
Diversity and inclusion is part of the everyday vernacular at Moët Hennessy. We all understand it is an intrinsic focus for our business success.
At Treasury, we're committed to cultivating a globally inclusive team where we all belong, where we can contribute and thrive all of the time. Our commitment to inclusion, equity and diversity, IE&D, is governed through an IE&D policy and strategy. It's overseen by our Human Resources Committee, a global IE&D council, and it's supported by regional IE&D committees and employee resource groups.
We want to build an inclusive, equitable and diverse culture. We know that we can only succeed if every one of our 2,500 people feels valued and included.
We believe that if we build an inclusive culture, a richly diverse workplace will come naturally and Australian Vintage will continue to thrive. When it comes to gender equity, we're flexible employers. We understand that different employees have different needs and motivations.
Campari Australia prides itself on being a business that promotes togetherness and inclusion to advance gender equity. We know that gender equity needs support and buy-in from everyone in the workplace, which is why Campari promotes active participation from both men and women at all gender diversity events. We really ask Camparistas to turn up for each other.
At Bacardi, we want to create a movement toward gender parity, not a mandate.
We're also aiming to increase female representation in the workforce right throughout Bacardi. Gender targets are embedded in the KPIs of our business units, and our talent and development team are well resourced to support talent retention and reduce any regrettable turnover. Shortlists of candidates for all roles must have equal gender representation, and when it comes to the interview stage, the interviewing panel must have equal female and male representation.
We know that policies are critical, but practices are just as important, and that's about culture, how we show up. We work hard to ensure our culture is attractive for all genders, a place that women want to join and know they can grow professionally and personally over their time here. A culture of winning, being connected to our consumers through a portfolio of brands and experiences that appeal to different genders, different ages and different occasions. And of course, a culture of psychological safety, so everyone can be themselves.
The Australian drinks industry of today is well versed in gender equity and knows that it's a better place to work for everyone when there's a better gender balance in place.